This is Stephanie Manley with copycat.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make a great appetizer. It's figs, wine, and goat cheese. And you know this is going to be perfect for a wine tasting. Let me tell you what I'm going to put in it. Red wine, cinnamon sticks, sugar, black peppercorns, figs, lemons. We're going to use those for lemon zest, and lemon juice, and a little bit of water. Now I am just using an average table wine here. I think a Merlot or a Pinot Noir will work really, really well. You want something that has a little bit of a fruit characteristic. Don't spend a whole lot of money. If you're spending $10 on this bottle of wine, since we're going to add so many other things to it, you're spending too much. Now you are going to need about a half cup of water here. Now I want you to take a couple of lemons. We're going to need about 3 tablespoons of lemons, and we're going to need about a good tablespoon of the lemon zest. So depending upon the size of your lemons, you may need 1, you may need 2 or 3. I'm using small lemons, so I needed several to make enough juice. So go ahead, zest those, and then get the juice. Now I'm using about a cup of dried figs. Now I'm using mission figs, because I was told those were the kind to use for this recipe from a friend of mine, and she highly recommended the mission figs, so that's what I'm using here. So I'm going to chop these up in kind of nice bite-sized pieces. Now when these get in the wine, they're going to expand a little bit, so you may want to chop them up a little bit more finely if you want something that's going to be very elegant. I kind of like things kind of rustic and kind of nice and hearty, so I am not going to chop them up really, really tiny. So we are going to take a pot, about a 2-quart pot. We're going to go ahead and add in all of our ingredients to this. Now I like to use a nice heavy bottomed pot so there's no hot spots in it, and this is going to cook very evenly. So we're going to add in our wine. We're going to go ahead and add in our water, our little bit of lemon zest here. Now, if you want to fish this lemon zest out, when we're done, you can. Again, I like stuff kind of nice and chunky, so I'm leaving mine in. I'm going to add a little bit of sugar here, and then I am going to add more stuff. I'm going to go ahead and add in my figs, my cinnamon sticks, and my black peppercorns. Now, this recipe is really, really easy to make. You only need to let this cook for about 30 minutes. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring this to a boil. And as soon as it begins to boil, then we're going to turn it down on low and let it simmer for 20 to 30 minutes. Now you have to know that you should not serve this to anyone who can't drink alcohol, because it takes alcohol a really long time to cook out. So if you're sensitive to that, please, please do not make this recipe. Just make something else with goat cheese and figs. It'll be fabulous. All right, and in goes the 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Again, let it boil for a second or two, reduce the temperature down for 20-30 minutes, and pull this out the pot. Now I've just made some very basic crostini here. I just took some bread, I sliced it, brushed a little olive oil on it, let it brown underneath the broiler in my oven, flipped the bread over and did it again, because if you only do it on one side, the other side's a little bit soggy. So don't do it that way. So once you get all of your goat cheese on here, and I used about 4 ounces of goat cheese for 1 baguette, I'm going to just put this back into the oven and let the goat cheese get kind of warm. I don't want it to cook, because then my crostini is going to turn all really dark. So don't do that. Just let the goat cheese warm up a little bit. All right. And so we've got the goat cheese action going on. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take care of our figs and wine. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes. And now I'm going to go ahead and remove this wonderful fig and wine sauce from the pot. And I'm going to put it in a airtight storable container, because you're probably not going to use all of this at once, but you can use this later. Not only is this great on crostini with goat cheese, this is also spectacular on some nice French toast. I like to use a nice hearty challah or something that's really nice and thick. Perfect. Perfect for a Sunday morning. Now to make these crostini up, all you need to do is spoon a little bit on here. And let me tell you what, this tasted fantastic. A nice, hearty, full-bodied wine with a little touch of cinnamon. And the black peppercorns really tasted so good. So there you go. Please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe so you can see what's cooking next.